Hello everybody and welcome to what potentially might be an absolute cluster of a video. Because I'll tell you one thing, my brain is already flooded. It's already flooded, there's so much going on. Quicksilver against the Wrecking Crew. Alright, we got Wrecker, Thunderball, Pile Driver, Bulldozer. You know them, and as I always say, you love them. Before we get into all this, we're going to look at Pietro Maximoff. Discard 2 cards from your hand, draw 2 cards, draw 3 cards instead if Wanda's in play. And then Super Speed after you use one of Quicksilver's basic powers, thwart, attack, or defense, or defend. You ready him. Limit once per phase. Alright, Force Response. After step 1 of the villain phase, place 1 threat on each side scheme. Move the active counter to the villain whose scheme has the most threat. If there is a tie, the first player chooses. If this stage is completed, the players lose the game. We have Wrecker. When he schemes, we place threat on his side scheme instead of the main scheme. That text is going to be on all of these guys. While Wrecker is attacking, he gets +2 attack if the attack is undefended. Luckily, that's pretty easy to get around with Quicksilver. His side scheme cannot leave play while he is in play. Forced Response. After a threat is placed here, if there is 10 or more threat here, we deal 2 damage to each friendly character, remove all but 3 threat from this scheme. Thunderball. After he attacks you, deal 1 damage to each character you control. And then we got Thunderstruck. After a threat is placed here, if there's 10 or more threat here, stun each friendly character, remove all but 3 threat from this scheme. That's pretty rough. Pile Driver, when he schemes, he just has Retaliate 1. And then his forced response on his Pile It On! If there's 10 or more threat, each player discards the upgrade or support they control with the highest cost to remove all but 3 threat from this scheme. Bulldozer. When Bulldozer attacks, that attack gains Overkill. So it's like Trample in Magic, if you have to put that into words. And then each player must discard the top 10 cards of their deck. So there's some pretty nasty schemes here. But honestly, we're going to try our best and see how Quicksilver can do against 4 villains. He goes fast, but just how fast can he go? Let's see our opening hand of 6 cards. Ooh. There are things here. There are things here. There's a lot of good in this hand. So I think what we can do... I'm going to get rid of this and that. And then we draw 2 new cards. I'm going to get rid of Clea too. We'll draw 3 new cards. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to start by discarding 2 cards. It doesn't really matter because these are just going to pay for other things. And then we get to draw 2 cards. We were hoping for some sort of something, TBH. We were hoping for some sort of something. Like that gave us doubles, which makes all of this stuff easier. The Serval Industries is really good. So I think the line is actually this. We're going to spend 1, 2, 3 to play Mockingbird. We're going to use that to stun Wrecker. Because then we don't need to worry about him attacking this next turn. We then spend this to play the... No, this is... We bring the Serval Industries, then we can shuffle 2 cards back. And we put this and this back. This is probably not the line. This is probably not the way to take this. You know what? I think we don't do the stun. And we bring this out instead. of Mockingbird. She'll be part of the card that we pay. And then we bring this back, and we also bring back Scarlet Witch, I think. I think that is the better line. So they both cost 3. Three. Which plays this. Huh. I did all the math right? Yeah, because we basically had Mockingbird. This was basically our hand, right? Yeah, we discarded the other two, which we've shuffled back in. Because we got rid of those. We discarded Scarlet Witch and the Fist. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That doesn't make sense, actually. 4, 5, 6, 7. Because our opening hand was this and Scarlet Witch. Why am I having such a brain fart? I told you I was going to have a brain fart. No, because we discarded Scarlet Witch on the mulligan, didn't we? We discarded Scarlet Witch on the mulligan. Then we drew one of these guys, and then we discarded it. Yeah, no, I think that all works out. Anyways, we're going to switch into this mode, and I'm going to ding this guy for 2. Yeah. We ready? We draw 5 cards. Okay. Counterpunch does look a little bit poopy here, but that's okay. So after step 1 of villain phase, place 1 threat on each side scheme. Bing! Bing! Alright, this guy attacks us. We are going to defend, which does ready us. So he's attacking for 2. We take 3. And this guy then gets his card for the turn, which is your dead meat. Deal 1 damage to the hero or ally with the fewest remaining hit points. If that character is defeated this way, place 3 threat on his scheme. Okay, so we're taking damage. We're taking some damage. Sorry, I should make sure these are shuffled. That one might not have been. But it also might have been. I might have shuffled during setup and we just got 2 cards together. Okay, but luckily here, I think now we can start doing some things. So we're going to play this Armored Vest, which is going to give us +1 defense, which is nice. I am going to play this Strength to play this. So we get +2 thwart, +2 attack, and +2 defense until the end of the round. We are going to attack for 3. And then we ready, obviously, which readies this. I'm going to attack again. I mean, like, if we can get one of these guys into kill mode, that does solve one of our problems, right? That does solve one of our problems. We're going to exhaust this. Play Always Be Running, which stands him up. So we could remove some threat from this scheme. Alternatively, we do that, this guy attacks. But we also, I think we can take a lot of advantage over what we got going on for the scheming side of things, right? Sorry, like if we flip into hero mode at the end of this, we can potentially do some things. And, like, maybe we have to be aggressive on that, right? Like, I don't know what the best course of action is for all of this. And I also know I don't need to attack just the regular, like, the active hero. The active hero just determines who does what. But we have 1/3 attack or 1/3 thwart left. So if we remove the threat from this one, this guy becomes active. He then schemes for a bunch. If this guy schemes, we take some damage. Is that okay? What's our recovery? 3? But we don't get to do the bonus stuff. But it really will change depending on what we're able to draw here, right? And we also can draw well if we draw bad with Quicksilver's ability. So maybe the right course of action is just like keep one of these down. I hate this one. This one's bad. This one's only at 4, though, so like we have a lot of room to chill on that one. This guy represents a lot of damage. Our boy Wrecker, he's tough. Man, this is tricky. I just don't know what the right course of action is, which is kind of exciting, right? The first time through a scenario. Yeah, if we get rid of this guy then schemes, which does this. He also can attack, but I think we do want to go into hero mode. So I think, honestly, we're just going to bring this guy down to 3, because if we kill him, that's one less thing we have to worry about. We are going to shuffle 2 cards into our deck, and they are going to be probably this... Probably, honestly, the 2 cards we just played. We're going to discard this. We ready. And then we get to draw 6 cards. That's 5. Ooh, Nick Fury's nice. Hey, we drew those. This Nick Fury is really feeling good, though. This Nick Fury is really feeling good. Okay. This goes up to 2. This guy is going to scheme. Sorry, and then all these go up. This guy is going to scheme. Move the active counter to the villain whose side scheme has the least threat. If you're in hero form, the villain attacks you after that attack. After this attack, that attack. Okay. Which has the least threat. So that is this guy. So then this guy then schemes for 2. Or is now this guy scheming? Let me look at the rules I have up here. I'm going to assume it stays with him. So then we take 2 damage. Which is spooky. Admittedly, that is spooky. Okay, and then this guy we draw from his deck. Get wrecked. The villain whose side scheme has the most threat schemes. So that is going to be this guy. So he schemes for 3. Which then we stun each friendly character. Okay. Get wrecked, punk! Okay. Fine. All fine. So, we're going to start by... healing for 3. then... I think I am going to discard these 2 cards. No. Yeah. We could draw better stuff. To draw 2. Okay. We're going to flip into hero mode. And then I'm going to spend a 1, 2, 3, 4 to play Nick Fury. And then Nick Fury is going to deal 4 damage to an enemy. Basically, let's just remove Wrecker from the board. Let's just show this guy that he got wrecked. Once again, I don't know if this is like the way to do it. We do have to be aware of this for sure, Okay. So we can spend this to ready Quicksilver. Which readies him. I can then... We can remove a threat from this, which readies us, and then we're going to eat this stun card. Eat the stun token off of this. Nick Fury is going to send in his fists somewhere, and I think it's going to be at... Probably... Pile Driver is the one I'm the least worried about, TBH. I think it's going to be at Thunderball. Alright. Upkeep. We ready? And we'll draw 4 cards. Here's a bunch of allies. Which are good because they can chump for us like crazy coming up here. These maximum velocities, you kind of hate to see it, but I think we are going to be going back into alter ego mode soon. Okay. 1 goes here. And then this guy becomes the active villain. Oh, no, sorry. This is the one I said I was scared of. This is the one I'm not scared of. Discard the top 10 cards of our deck. That's pretty minor. Anyway, this guy's going to attack for 3. This fucker has overkill, so just something to be aware of. So he attacks for 4, so we take 2. We then get an evil card, which is going to be held hostage. Attached to the active villain's side scheme. Threat cannot be removed from attached scheme by thwarting. Hero action. The villain corresponding to the attached side scheme attacks you, then discard this card. Luckily, that's pretty minor. That's pretty okay. All right. Having this guy attack again is kind of spooky. Absolutely kind of spooky here. That overkill sucks. So we might have to go into... we might plan on going into alter ego mode this turn. Maybe we only get 1 attack off. Yeah, no, this is fine. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to play Ironheart. We're going to draw a card, because after she enters play, we draw a card. Well, after we play a card from our hand. Okay. Interesting. We can bring this guy down a bit. Which we ready over here. We can then spend this, and give me Brother Voodoo. We're going to play Miles Morales. And we're going to give him +2 attack, I think. We're going to give him 4 attack. Because that brings this guy down a bunch. We're then going to attack with Quicksilver. And we're actually going to just remove a threat from this scheme. We're going to just keep this one down. I think the one attack doesn't really do too much. We're then going to spend this to ready Quicksilver. We're going to use Ironheart to drop another chunk of another threat on this, just to keep it down. We're going to flip into this mode. I'm going to heal 3. And then we're going to shuffle 2 cards in. We're going to do one of these. And then honestly, just give me another one of those. This, I actually do not regret this Serval Industries now for the first turn. I do think that that is ended up being good for us. So everybody ready as we draw 6 cards. At +1 attack, this is the time we want to do this. This +1 defense is also actually really good. The double time is also nice. That never back down we also might keep on standby. 5, 7, 8. Okay. This guy is going to scheme. He schemes for 1. If this attack is undefended, discard an upgrade you control. So he actually just schemes for 1. That is pretty lucky. We then get our evil card for the turn, which is Bull Rushed. Bulldozer schemes. Discard the top card of your deck for each threat placed by this activation. Cool. So he's going to scheme for 1, 2, 3. So we discard the top 1, 2, 3. So then this drops all the way down to 3, and we discard the top 10 cards of our deck. Which gives us a card from his deck. Do we draw it right now? Do we also keep discarding? Because I know as soon as it runs out, apparently the deck shuffles. Do I keep discarding there? I'm going to assume right now I don't, but let me know in the comments. And also, do I draw this right now? Let me look at this. Let me look at the round structure. Oh, if this happened while the player was discarding cards from their deck, no cards are discarded from the newly shuffled deck. Okay. Look at me looking up rule books. Look at the resolve. I don't know if... I'm going to assume I don't draw it right now. Maybe I do, though. I'll do it. I'm going to do it. I could be wrong. Discard 1 card at random from your hand. If you're in hero form, take damage equal to that card's. If you're an alter ego, place threat on Bulldozer's side scheme equal to that card's cost. All right. We want to not lose the attack one. Cool. So he places 1 threat. Look at him go! Okay. So, give me this. +1 attack. Let's also flip into this mode. Okay. It's time to start punching. We have an attack for 2 against this guy. We ready. It's going again for another attack for 2. This readies as well. I'm then going to spend the accelerated reflex. Oh, sorry, 1 second. Before I go... Oh, no, I have nothing in my discard pile. That's right, because we shuffled our deck. I'm going to spend this and that to do this double time. So, I'm going to remove 2 threat from this scheme. And then we're going to deal 2 damage to an enemy to finish this guy off. Okay. And I think I want to take this... I think I'm going to keep this never back down. Yeah, I'll send Spider-Man in to deal 2 damage to Bulldozer. Why not, right? Alright, everyone all ready? I'll draw 4 cards. This adrenaline is going to be nice to get out. Alright. This goes to 2. We go here and here. And now Pile Driver becomes the main guy. We're going to, when I defend against an attack, I get +2. I assume both of these readies. If I'm doing that ability wrong, please let me know in the comments. So we're defending at 4-2. 4-2. 4-4. So he has 2, so we have 4. If you take no damage, we stun the attacking enemy. That's nice. We then draw our evil card for the turn. Surge, hello. When revealed, you're confused. If you're already confused, Pile Driver schemes. That's honestly really minor here. That's really minor. Nice try, Pile Driver. So we have 21 damage we got to deal out, but luckily I think we're going to be able to get there no problem. We are kind of like low on cards, but I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Okay. Well, I think we send Spider-Man in to deal with this escaped convict. Just get rid of him. Just say, see you later, alligator. And then we spend this and that to play this maximum velocity. So we get +2 attack, +2 thwart, +2 defense until the end of the round. Oh my god, it's the end of the round, so we can defend with that too. I was playing that just until the end of the phase. Holy crap. Okay. I'm going to actually assume I'm going to play this Mockingbird here. We're not going to play, we're going to use this thing here because now we're attacking for 4. 2, 3, 4. If I discard this, I'm at 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can attack him for 5. We ready, and then we can attack him for another 5, and we can deal with Bulldozer. Oh, I guess these side schemes technically don't leave play, do they? They're technically still here. These are technically still here, aren't they? So I think this one should be at, like, probably 6, and this one should also kind of, like, be here at 6. I guess they don't leave play, do they? So then this also stays here. Yeah, I don't think they would activate by the time I got rid of them, because this one hasn't even activated yet. Yeah, no, I think this is fine. I could be wrong. Oh, no, instead these side schemes are removed from the game when their corresponding villain is defeated. Okay, no, we've nailed it. I'm the best. I'm the best. I knew, I read that somewhere. I was like, yeah. Like, something's not right here. Something's not right here. Okay. Sick. Let's go to upkeep. We draw 5 cards. I think this hand is good. We are going to be taking a bunch of damage because of this guy's retaliate. But I mean, I think we'll kill him before... in theory, we'll kill him before he kills us. Alright. This goes up here, which goes there. This guy is stunned, so he does not attack. We do get an evil card for the turn, which is oversized hands. Whenever you'll discard the support you control with the highest cost. If no support was discarded this way, place 2 threat on the villain's scheme. We lose our serval industries. Okay. So I think we do this and that to play the Quinn Carrier. We can attack for 2, which gives us a damage. We ready and this readies. We can attack for 2, which gives us a damage. We can exhaust this to play Always Be Running, which readies us, which also readies this. I mean, I think we just... Are we in a rush? Because, I mean, I think if we just flip and heal, things are okay. We lose this. But we could thwart this down to 6. It goes up to 7. He needs a boost, which he's probably going to hit a boost, right? Yeah, he's probably going to hit a boost on that. So do we just accept that loss here, right? And just try to kill him next turn? Are we worried about our health? I think we just try it. I think we just try it out. We're going to spend 1 to stun this guy. Okay, he's done. This guy, he's assuming he doesn't kill us here, he's done. Oh, also assuming this doesn't do anything. He's stunned. His evil card is... He gets +3 hit points. Players can attack other villains. After hero attacks, Pile Driver, spend a Fist resource to discard this card. Okay, so he's trying, but luckily we also can try. So we'll attack him for 2. We take 1. We can discard a Fist to discard this card, which brings him down. He loses those 3 hit points. And then we can spend... Sorry, we ready. I mean, we should have done this first, but we can spend this double time. I'll deal 2 damage to this guy twice. Get out of here, punk. Interesting. What an interesting scenario. Honestly, I think I can see, like, I've heard that this one's, like, not the greatest, or it's not held in the highest regard, but the first time through, I thought that was pretty cool, but I can definitely see it just kind of being the same thing when you've played it a few times. Like, when you've played it more than once, you're kind of like, yeah, I get it. You kill people. And then as soon as you learn it more, you might just know, like, the order to kill it in, and it might just not be that exciting. Cool design, though. I probably got something wrong. If I did get something wrong, please let me know in the comments. Otherwise, yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed Quicksilver going up against the Wrecking Crew. And I'll be back very soon for another episode of Marvel Champions. Have a good one, and as always, GG's.